Okay, so essentially, I just had a lunch meeting with a friend of mine, and well, we were discussing a lot of things. He runs you can say, a accounting practice and tax practice in India, and he's doing a lot of cross-border work. That's the reason why he's in Singapore because he's pushed a lot of partnerships and all that thing to the people in Singapore, and he has some good business, so that's going well. He does it in Dubai, he does it in UAE. Well, for the first few, couple of minutes, we were just discussing about generic stuff, and you know, everyone's discussing the elephant in the room. It lands up into AI related stuff, and it's more easier because I've been actually spending a lot of time in AI now. I've spent some 8 months building a lot of agents and harnesses and guardrails and all that stuff, getting a lot of workflows done, and he and his entire practice of uh, people, they also understand. They're saying one of his partner has been spending a lot of time and built a lot of internal tools. And this is interesting because towards, in the middle of the conversation, he's like, dude, one thing which we are scared of is that if it's so easy to build with AI, then why the hell are we building for anyone and for clients? It's people and clients will build on their own. And will not that make just sense? And isn't it a stupid decision to build for for our clients? And I said, yeah, well, that's in some sense it is, but then what is the difference? Number one is this is in July 2026. AI and everything related to that is more like a toy. I mean, it's been 3 years or something like that when ChatGPT came out. Obviously, for the first few, I think 2 years, it was just mere chat related stuff where you had an interface and all this stuff. But obviously, since Claude Code and Claude Cowork and related other, a lot of other stuff, I use OpenCode a lot, by the way, for almost everything. Uh, People are now we have agents, and it's easy to build an AI agent and define an AI agent's guardrails and everything. And AI agents and agentic systems are doing things. So the whole question that comes up is that once we have that, and if we have that, then what are we building for? And this is what I told him, and I just want to put it out for everyone who's trying to figure it out. For many reasons, it still makes sense. As I was saying, the first reason, it's a toy in 2026. It's a pure toy. Companies and teams and anyone who understands a little bit of, you know, development, understands a little bit of, or has a little bit of workflows, and is good with English, will build something in 2026, in 2027. But it is the ROI that matters. Right now, no one is measuring that because sometimes, and in fact, many a times, your cost to build or to save some subscription, that cost is 10x more than that subscription cost. And even if you do the simple math of, okay, this subscription is going to last multiple months versus my cost is for building it one time, but even then, it's a huge, sometimes investments that you will not recover because the subscription cost is too low, or the period for which you're going to subscribe is going to be low. So that's that. The other is that legal obligation. I said for various companies, what will happen is it's not the problem of building an internal software. Some things and workflows and softwares you don't want to build because you want someone's neck on the line should something go wrong. And at times you don't want that neck on the line to be an employee. You want it to be a third party and basically, in fact, a established, settled company of sort. So you will, even though you can afford and maybe the ROI will work out, you will choose not to at times. You won't say that I need someone's neck on the line. And that is one obligation related stuff that people will not build everything. The third part is where I think the gold is, and which was also our longest discussion, is that if you're building a tool for yourself, or if you're building a tool again for your clients, then there is a big mistake, because yes, you will get a lot of competitions from your clients who build it for themselves. Also, because not only the fact that it's a toy and they will like to build it, but the ROI is gradually going down, and at one point of time, it will start making sense. But the fact is that, why are you building for humans anymore? That's wrong, because now humans are consumers and interfacing, or basically connecting with the world, at least the digital world, through their AI and AI agents. So you shouldn't be building for humans, you should be building for agents and agentic systems, because that is the system which will be a consumer. And if you're not building for that, you're building for humans, then you're just giving an excuse for them for, liaising directly with the underlying whatever it is, and not using your tool. Yep. So these are the three things which I think will particularly matter. Thank you.